Hi everyone, Jimmy Snow here from the new set that will be the set for the upcoming re-emergence, the resurrection, not of the guy, of the Sometime show, which will be beginning in September 1st. On September 1st, there will be a sort of a Sometime special, and then the show will proceed in the week which comes. Hi. This is sort of a, hi, I'm back. And I mean it for real this time, not just scattered random content or whatever. You're going to see a lot more of me. I've just gone into great depth with a video that I've put just up for patrons. It's sort of, whether you need to see it or not is not a big deal. But what's important here is why it's happening, and that is a specific story that will emerge later today. I don't know what time you're gonna see it. I haven't edited this yet, obviously. It is 12:31 in the morning. So just after midnight, and later today we are going to get the official announcement via, and this is ridiculous, via Twitter Hangout. I don't think a Twitter, I think it'll be a video, a live stream, but I could be wrong, with Elon Musk and Ron DeSantis, the governor of Florida, the Republican conservative governor of Florida, will be announcing the official launch, the beginning of his campaign for president. That's a fucking lot. And so I know I had said in the past, and some of you will remember, that I've been trying to avoid jumping back into political stuff because 2024 is gonna be nothing but politics. It's 2024 now. It's not literally, right? It's 2023. 2024 just began, because even if by some miracle the primary ends up not being between DeSantis and Trump, it is now between DeSantis and Trump. No one cares about Tim Scott. No one cares about Nikki Haley, except for that, that they can point to them as diversity. Well, we're not sexist. We allow these two to run for president. They have no shot. I hope I'm wrong. Either one of them would be better than DeSantis or Trump. And for sure, we have more people who are going to jump in over time. It looks like Mike Pence is going to join in. That's another terrible one. And even as we look at DeSantis and what he's doing in the week leading up to him saying we're going to do this, he passes one of the worst bathroom bills there is, basically forcing trans people who are at any level of transition to use the bathroom of their birth, their assigned at birth sex. And there's a lot more details of it. I bet you we're going to talk about it here soon. I'm probably going to try and go and absorb all the details and then spit them out at you. But this to me that is the thing that he wanted to make sure the week leading up was this sort of big final act before I'm a candidate. Because the right has identified their new boogie person. And I'm saying person instead of boogeyman to be gender inclusive, and because it's funny and it'll piss some people off. Let me just piss off a few more people real quick, just to get started. And by the way, if you're a subscriber and this pisses you off, fucking leave. Unsubscribe. I don't want you. To look at this channel. Have I been doing anything to try and stop it from hemorrhaging? And it's just gonna get worse. We're gonna fucking we're gonna prune all of the bad shit off of the tree over here. So let's piss off some more people. I'm Jimmy Snow. I'm an atheist. I'm an ex-Mormon. I'm queer. My pronouns are he, him, his. If you wanted to do the three, he, him, his. I sometimes think hoo-ha's are nummy. I'm talking about, I don't know, I'm trying to think of what could get me actually taken off of YouTube for being too inappropriate. I meant dicks. I like women. I like women, men, non-binary people, people of all genders. I'm pansexual. When I say I'm queer, the whole umbrella is great. What else? Trans women are women. Trans men are men. NB people exist and are NB. NB being short for non-binary. The gender is a spectrum. Sex is actually not binary, and that's now clearly biologically true. And there's plenty of studies you can look at. Forrest Valkai has an incredible video on it if you want to go and watch something on it. What else can we do to piss people off? I think that Jesus sucks. All right, we good? Have we pruned some of the shit? Ron DeSantis and the Republican, it's an old trick. We want you to know who we hate, who we're afraid of, and we want to take that hatred and fear and turn it into votes. And usually in the past, it's been some version of brown people. If you remember, during the 2018 midterms, it was the caravans. Oh, those caravans coming up from Guatemala, from Central America. They're coming, the Honduras. I remember they were talking about Honduras a lot. I think it was those two countries they were talking about most, Guatemala and Honduras. They're coming up and they're going to take your jobs. And they're not, and it's so many bad people on those caravans. Those caravans are coming. And then the election finished. And like they said would happen with COVID, but didn't, suddenly the biggest issue disappeared. The funny, watching them rewrite the COVID shit, by the way, is insane. We'll talk about that sometime soon, where it's literally they're trying to make you forget that Donald Trump was president when the lockdowns happened. And so this idea that COVID is the biggest thing in the world, as Donald Trump is the leader of the U.S. and the U.S.'s response to it, and that it was just going to disappear after the election, was just fucking weird. And obviously it didn't. It took a good long time before lockdowns ended, before we weren't wearing masks in places as much. Some people still are, and as you should if that's how you feel comfortable. I just stay at home still. No, not entirely, but anyway, this has always been their thing. And they have this thing now that, boy, they love how easy it is to hate trans people. Because brown people were starting to be understood. Diversity was increasing, and at a certain point, you're going to run out of people who aren't aware of someone who really struggled to get to this country, and all they knew was that they had to escape. Too many people, even on the hateful side of things, were meeting people that were undermining their position of wanting to be racist, as well as the Republicans needing to not be racist anymore. Otherwise, without that outreach, they were going to become irrelevant quicker. Now, they have slowed things down by changing rules and doing things like gerrymandering and all this stuff, where they, as a minority position, can still hold on to power, even for well long after they lose power, as they do put so much focus into judgeships and the Supreme Court and other things, and they have succeeded. Let's not be coy. Let's admit Christian nationalism, this thing that is awful fascistic, at least goes to the same school, it's not failing. I don't want to say it's succeeding. And I hope that's not just me inside saying, I just don't want to say it out loud. I hope that it's actually not succeeding. And yet it seems like it's in a march towards success. So this is the beginning. This is the beginning of something fucking awful. Because the hatred, the ability, the ease at which it is easy to charge people up against trans people because most people fundamentally don't even understand it conceptually. And anything which you can't easily grasp, you're more likely to fear than embrace. That's the nature of humans. We kind of suck. And turning that fear into hatred, which turns to the dark side, turning that fear into hatred is it's just not hard. It's not difficult. And this is going to be the boogie person. Don't say boogeyman. Wake up. The boogie person who, this will be the boogie person of their choice for the foreseeable future. And they will do the same thing that they have done in the past. With every issue, by the way. It's not just like in the past with gay marriage and stuff. It was always associations with pedophilia. They always wanted to draw that line. Being gay equals being a pedophile and being sympathetic. And then if we let them do this, then they're going to want to fuck animals, and then they're going to want to fuck children, and blah, 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 blah. And all of these red herrings, all of these straw men and straw women and straw non-binaries, straw persons, wake up. That's such a stupid joke, but I'm tripling down on it. Was that the triple down? It's fucking awful, and it's about to get worse. And I really am very, very worried about society at large, but also like the fucking mind games that are about to happen, the psyops, as some people call them, the involvement of AI, the advancement of deepfakes, the advancements of audio manipulation. These are tools I play with not for political reasons. I don't put them out, but you'll see some stuff on AI coming from me in the future because AI is a huge part of my life. I am both obsessed with it and excited by it and terrified by it, as I think anybody with an adequate exposure to AI tools should be. There should be things that scare you. Absolutely. It's fucking, nothing is quite as, I haven't had quite as unsettling an experience in a while as training an AI on my voice by just giving it a half-hour clip of me talking. And then I was able to punch in text and have it read in my voice anything. Terrifying. Because so how easy is it to get a half hour of me speaking? You could be done with this by, well, there's no, I was going to say by lunch, but I don't know what fucking time it is when you're watching this. You're probably watching it after lunch while you're taking a shit. It's very aggressive, Jimmy Snow. Look, I'm terrified, but energetic. I'm incentivized, and I'm back. So today is the beginning of something new, of something scary, of something that will feel familiar, but will be different. This is not going to be a primary election like you have ever seen. This is not going to be a general election like you have ever seen. The tools for misinformation are massive. A person who said that they love free speech so much that they would spend 40-something billion, I think it was 44, to buy what they said was the digital town square to preserve how important freedom of speech is, to preserve the ability for everyone to get together and speak in a digital town square. A person who would then, as the leader of that space, as the owner of that space, it would be so incumbent upon you must present political neutrality, even if you feel differently, vote however you want. But you, the leader of this, the owner of this, the person with the most power to influence people in this digital town square, that is the guy who's meeting with Ron DeSantis in what is going to effectively be an endorsement. They're going to try and play off like it's not, but we already actually knew for a while. Elon is a DeSantis guy. I was going to say Ron DeSantimonious, like Trump says. Oh no, his nicknames are catching on. I want to know leave a comment what you think, Jim, what would Donald Trump's nickname for me be? Could it be Little Jimmy? I'm huge. Have you all seen that picture of me and Aaron Ra? Because no one believed I was huge until that picture. I am a fucking ginormous man. I'm just large in presence. That's, some people will just say I'm trying to get around by saying fat. Yeah, that too. Yeah, but other as well. I'm 6'2" and just burly. A large. I exist I take up a lot of space in the spaces that I am in. This is going to be a fucked up year and a half-ish. And there's going to be lots of stuff to hate and kind of look forward. Do I look forward to Ron and Don tearing each other down? A little. Am I kind of looking forward to that fight? Yeah, a little. I am. It's hard to not look at a dumpster fire. And that's a huge one that's guaranteed on its way. In fact, it's not just guaranteed on its way, it's guaranteed on its way soon. Because I really think they're going to try and settle their beef, push one of them out before the first primary vote is cast. I really think that. I could be wrong. If it's Trump versus Biden again, I don't want either side of that. Biden, go. Trump, go. I have a lot of other words in mind at this moment, but I'm just going to go with go. I don't think I have anything else. I'm back, and this is going to suck. I don't even know if I should release this, because it's just, there was no plan. It was literally just going to say, Ron DeSantis is in, so I'm back. It's over. And then he's putting this off. And I've said some version of I'm back a lot recently. This is the real one. And then the Sometime show will still be launching on September 1st. And you're going to see a lot of types of content that will be a part of the Sometime show in the future. Also me just testing some things out. making sure things work well, making sure things like the different audio system I have here works with taking calls well, or if I need to switch during the call-in portion, because the Sometimes Show will now be an extension of The Line being my other network of shows, where, if you don't know, I am the producer of a channel called The Line, and every show on that channel are call-in shows, and I host every Sunday with Matt Dillahunty, the Sunday show, and then there are shows Monday through Thursday after that as well. And then we're starting to launch debates on the weekend here as well too. Anyway, this will be an extension of the Line Network, so there will be the Sometimes Show, and the second half of the Sometimes Show will be a call-in show, will be a call-in portion, and we will be talking politics and current events like fucking crazy, like you wouldn't fucking believe, okay? So come around, don't miss the Sometimes Show. I'll fucking find you. I'll find you, and I gotta tell you another thing I gotta tell you right now. This is like a person with a very sort of that place that Donald Trump comes from, but not Donald Trump himself. A sort of more authentic New Yorker, like somebody who was born in the dirt, like Jimmy Snow. Because Jimmy Snow was born in the dirt. Doit. I said doit. That's not real. Anyway, I don't remember what I was getting at. Oh yeah, I'm putting no effort into monetization from now on this channel. So hopefully people support, hopefully the other ways in which, but I fucking imagine I'm gonna be swearing too much, and it's just gonna be a lot of episodes that just get yellowed a lot. But I can't stop myself anymore. I think you're gonna see an Unleashed Jimmy in a way that some of you will like, and some of you will stop watching if you haven't already. It's gonna be fucking phenomenal. Don't miss the launch of the Sometimes Show. Don't miss me pulling my mouse out and breaking your immersion into this perfectly beautiful set. Where'd that mouse even come from? Was it under the table? It was under the table. There's a whole ass keyboard down here. Fucking Christ. I could have pushed it up super forward, and then, wow, nobody would have known unless I changed the frame. Like, that would have fucking ruined it. Now you know there's a soundboard. Oh, fuck, guys. The whole fucking immersion is fucking destroyed. What is this? I went from a 20-minute video of me saying nothing, of silence, that I released last week, to now just, this is a garbled mess. And now Jimmy's showing us that the lights don't go all the way up. Manage your crops, you fucking fraud. Jimmy fucking Snow. I am a fraud. Oh my God, that would be a hilarious parody to I Am a God by Kanye. Someone's thought of that before right now, right? I am a fraud. I am a fraud. Whoa! Go away. I'm done. Goodbye.